I love coffee in the morning, and the knockoff movement has no place in my life. It makes no sense to me. It's kinda funny though. 2 years ago, I didn't drink coffee that often. Now, it's part of my morning ritual. Despite of all that, the bitter taste of coffee sometimes is a major turnoff. I try to ignore that awful taste of coffee, but I wonder how people drink that all the time. In the beginning I could, but I was like, nah, we can do better. So, to minimize the bitterness, I add a little bit of sugar, but it went badly, like really bad. And I felt a rush going through my body. The energy boost was so extreme, but after 1 hour, my body was crashing down like a rocket, which I found weird because when I drink coffee, I'm talking about pure black coffee. I don't feel such a side effect, let alone crashing down. And the energy boost tend to last for at least 6 hours or from 8 am to 6 pm. And there are reasons why my body doesn't do well when I add sugar on my coffee. 1. Coffee is an energetic substance and it stimulates your body or my body, including the heart. 2. Sugar. It raises the blood glucose level and then crashes shortly after. Even though sugar is not a stimulant substance like coffee, consumed sugar gives a burst of energy known as sugar high that ends in a sharp drop in energy level. When both are combined, they have a devastating side effect. The enormous surge of energy from sugar and the stimulant in caffeine led to a crash of blood sugar within hours. The same happens when I try to use salt to mitigate the bitter taste of coffee, but salt is even more brutal. I don't recommend you to use salt in your coffee. If your coffee brand tastes that bitter or tastes that bad, you should just buy another one. Don't use salt, salt is terrible. So, I keep trying to mitigate the terrible taste of coffee. On my trial and error, I found something that will work well. And for me, the best solution for a bitter coffee is honey. Yeah, honey is higher in fructose than glucose, so it will not raise your glucose level like sugar. Sheer on top, fructose is sweeter than glucose, so you may be able to use a small dose of honey in your coffee than sugar. And usually, honey is less processed or refined than sugar. As a result, it's not an empty calorie like sugar, and it might retain some of its original minerals and vitamins. However, how I make my coffee honeyed, it's what makes the difference. I do not add honey directly to coffee. For me, the sweet taste of honey might not be so dominant when you pour honey directly into your cup of coffee. Instead, I do something different. I add honey on milk, and then I make a milk cream with that. It's very simple actually. It doesn't require too much technology. You just need a spoon and tea filters, those filters that you use for tea. Then what I do, I put the coffee into a cup and then I put the milk cream. But I prefer when the milk and the coffee doesn't really blend together. It's like ocean and river because it gives the illusion of sweet cream with coffee. This happens because your tongue tastes first the sweet cream with honey and then the intersection of both milk and coffee, and lastly, it tastes the coffee. There are some key elements that you must know. The milk must be fat milk, also known as whole milk. The other kind of milk are not that coffee friendly, and also they don't make good cream, let alone milk cream with honey. The other key element is the temperature. The milk should be cold. The reason why it is that a cold milk just made a better milk cream. It helped the consistency of the cream. And also, when the coffee is hot and the milk cream is cold, they tend to take longer to blend. So you want to have that illusion of the cream above and the coffee below. Anyway, enjoy your coffee. For this video, I did not use research paper or studies. The reason why it is that everyone has a different body type, in a different state, and also live in a different area. So one study doesn't fit all, especially when we are talking about milk, coffee, and honey. Some people are lactose intolerant. Other people, their body just doesn't do well with the coffee. And when it comes to honey, you might be allergic to honey, especially if you were born in an area that has no history with honey. So, the place where you born and what your ancestors consumed might provide a better insight than a study made in the best laboratory with a particular sample of people that has no connection with your ancestral lineage. That's why some of the information in this video is based on my personal experience and what worked best for me. So you should be free to try and find what worked best for you. Anyway, good luck.